Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Rhea Ripley revealed that she had suffered an injury during her street fight earlier today at WWE Night of Champions 2025. The Raw star defeated the Judgment Day's Raquel Rodriguez in an intense match at the PLE today in Saudi Arabia. Speaking with Byron Saxton and Jackie Redmond on the Night of Champions post-show, the Eradicator disclosed that her ribs were in pain following her victory over Raquel Rodriguez. She noted that Rodriguez hit her with a kendo stick in the midsection a couple of times during the match, and it led to her ribs being bruised. "Honestly, I felt better. The ribs are a bit bruised from the kendo, and just like everything that went out there tonight, we left our bodies on the line, and we went out there and put on that match. So, I'm definitely going to be sore tomorrow, and I'm sore right now, but it's all worth it because I got to kick Raquel's A," said Ripley. From 12:10 to 12:29. Ripley also competed in the Queen of the Ring tournament this year but was eliminated in the first round. Jade Cargill defeated Asuka to win the tournament at Night of Champions and is scheduled for a title shot at WWE SummerSlam in August. Major WWE star calls out Rhea Ripley for a dream match. WWE Raw star Stephanie Baker recently pitched a dream match against Rhea Ripley. Speaking with Sportskeeda Wrestling's Bill Apter in an exclusive interview, the former NXT Women's Champion named Rhea Ripley as someone she would like to have a match against. Baker also stated that she would be a great opponent for the 28-year-old. "Rhea, it's an honor for me, and it would be my honor to face you in the ring. See you soon, because I'm saying this out loud. Someday, we'll meet, and I'll take on you and be a great opponent." It will be interesting to see what lies ahead for Rhea Ripley on Raw following her impressive victory over Raquel Rodriguez at WWE Night of Champions. When the lights dimmed at the Jeddah Superdome for WWE's Night of Champions, fans expected a clash of titans, a spectacle that would cement legacies. What they didn't expect was the sight of Rhea Ripley, the Eradicator, the unstoppable force of the Judgment Day, clutching her knee in agony as the sold-out arena fell into stunned silence. It had started as another night of dominance for Ripley. She walked down the aisle with that trademark swagger, the Women's World Championship glinting on her shoulder, her face painted in that half-smirk, half-snarl that promised devastation for anyone in her path. This time, her opponent was a hungry challenger, a rising star desperate to make her name off Ripley's reign. The bell rang and the crowd erupted as Ripley immediately imposed her will. Her power was on full display, deadlifting her opponent, tossing her around like a ragdoll, all while barking at the crowd to shut up and watch greatness. Dominic Mysterio hovered at ringside, a cocksure grin on his face, throwing taunts at the front row. But somewhere between her signature power moves and her mocking of the fans, something went wrong. In the middle of the match, Ripley went for her riptide finisher, hoisting her opponent high over her shoulders. But the challenger wriggled free mid-move, landing awkwardly behind Ripley. The awkward landing forced Ripley to pivot suddenly on her right leg, and the sickening pop was heard even over the roar of the Saudi crowd. Ripley staggered back, her face contorted in confusion before it twisted into visible pain. She tried to shake it off, pounding her chest, yelling, "Come on." But as she planted her foot for another big boot, her knee buckled. She fell to one knee, grimacing, her breath coming in short, ragged bursts. At first, many thought it was part of the show. Rhea Ripley is a master at weaving pain into performance. But when the referee threw up the dreaded X sign, the universal signal for a real injury, the atmosphere shifted instantly from electrifying to uneasy. Dominic's smirk vanished. He leapt onto the apron, yelling at the referee to do something. Ringside medics rushed in as Ripley, now seated in the corner, tried to push them away. Her eyes darted around wildly, not with fear, but frustration. She kept shaking her head, muttering, "No, no, no, I can finish, I can finish." But the grimace never left her face. Meanwhile, the challenger stood frozen in the opposite corner, unsure whether to stay in character or break kayfabe entirely to check on Ripley. The referee huddled with the officials outside, debating whether to call the match. The WWE Universe, both in the arena and online, erupted in real-time speculation. Clips were already circulating on social media, slow-motion replays of the moment her knee twisted at that impossible angle. In that moment, the narrative that had defined Ripley's dominant reign, the unstoppable nightmare who crushed all challengers, met a terrifyingly human vulnerability. After a tense minute that felt like an hour, Ripley did what only a champion at heart could do. She shoved away the medics, dragged herself to her feet, and demanded the match continue. The audience, torn between awe and concern, chanted her name. Even fans who loved to boo her couldn't help but respect her iron will. But it was clear her mobility was gone. Every time she tried to plant her foot for a suplex or a clothesline, her knee betrayed her. The challenger, sensing an opportunity she'd never get again, reluctantly pressed the attack. Ripley fought back with sheer upper body strength, throwing desperate elbows and forearms. But without her legs, she couldn't hoist for the riptide or launch the crushing kicks that had ended so many careers. In the final moments, Ripley swung wildly, missing her target. The challenger ducked, rolled her up in a surprise pin, and the referee's hand slammed the mat. 1, 2, 3. A new champion was crowned, but no one celebrated. The entire arena watched Ripley roll onto her back, staring at the lights, her chest heaving. Dominic slid in immediately, kneeling beside her. He held her hand, whispering something only she could hear. The new champion stood awkwardly to the side, her arm raised by the referee but her eyes locked on Ripley, concern etched across her face. Backstage, reports spread like wildfire. Medics helped Ripley hobble to the back, her right knee wrapped tightly in ice packs. Cameras caught snippets of her backstage, refusing a stretcher, leaning heavily on Dominic's shoulder. Triple H, visibly concerned, was seen consulting with WWE's medical team. Within an hour, social media exploded. Hashtags like #Pray for Rhea, #Ripley injury, and #Nightmare downtrended worldwide. Fellow superstars posted messages of support. Becky Lynch tweeted a simple "She's the toughest I've ever seen. She'll be back stronger." Bianca Belair, who knows all too well the heartbreak of injury, posted a photo of the two of them backstage once, captioned "This doesn't define you. We'll run it back, champ." At the post-show press conference, Triple H confirmed what everyone feared. Preliminary tests suggested a torn ligament, but they'd need an MRI to know the full extent. "Rhea's one of the toughest superstars I've ever met," he said, his voice grave. "If anyone can come back from this, it's her. But right now, her health is our priority." Somewhere deep in the arena, away from the cameras, Ripley sat with Dominic and a few close friends from the Judgment Day. Her title was gone, but her spirit was very much intact. One backstage source described her mood as equal parts rage and determination. Her biggest concern wasn't the pain, but missing out on the chaos she loved so much. In true Ripley fashion, she later posted a selfie to Instagram, knee-wrapped, eyes still fierce, with the caption that simply read, "This nightmare isn't over." And just like that, the WWE Universe knew one thing for certain: when Rhea Ripley comes back, and she will come back, she'll be more dangerous, more driven, and more unrelenting than ever before. For now, though, the nightmare rests, and the rest of the women's division would be wise not to sleep too soundly.